All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another Hummingbot Live. Uh, Today we're going to talk a bit about a new feature that we launched with the version 0.38. We haven't talked necessarily much about it. We only added to the release notes, but you haven't seen any big blog post talking about it because it's a minor change, but we need to show you uh, what it can do because it is a really interesting factor and open up a lot of possible strategies and use of this new feature, right? Okay, so the feature we're going to talk about today is the rate oracle. Basically, what the rate oracle do is that as you can see, we have a lot of different markets, a different exchange with different pairs. So let's take, for example, we have BTC USD, you have BTC Brazilian Real, we have BTC Euro, and we have any other fiat currency or any other cryptocurrency that could be used to create a pair, a trading pair, right? So basically what Hate Oracle does is it allow the bot to calculate, to do a conversion between two different tokens, currency, anything that it is listed on one of the two endpoints, on one of the two APIs that we use to pull this data from, right? So right. So one small thing here is that this is still a new feature, and currently we only have, we can use those. There's two ways we can use this. One is through some information that you can automatically convert to one specific currency or token that you want your information to be shown, and the other one is to use directly on strategies. In this case, so far we only have implemented on arbitrage strategies and cross-exchange market making strategies, right? But well, anyway, enough talking. Let me show a bit how it works, right? So first thing is, as usual, we have here on Hummingbot, if you type config on the version 0.38, you will notice that we have a few extra parameter global configurations here, right? We have the rate oracle source, the global token, and the global token symbol, right? So at this point, we have global token set as USD as usual, right? And the hate oracle is where we want to pull the information about different prices to execute a conversion of value, right? So let's say, for example, let's take, let me show, if I type balance, it will show the balance of of the exchange I'm connected to, right? It's loading. Okay, so for example, we have here at KuCoin, it show the amount of tokens I have, and it show what the total value of these tokens in USD, right? So what we can do is, for example, let's put Brazilian real, since I'm Brazilian, so let me see how much it will be my balance on the exchange in Brazilian real. I can do config rate. No, sorry. Config. What's global token actually? Set it to BRL, and just for the matter of making sense and showing the information properly, we have to do config global token symbol, right? So I'm going to use the local symbol to my currency. Takes a few seconds to process. So if I hit balance now, again, let's see what happens. So as you can see, all the value of the assets on my exchange are now priced in Brazilian real, right? So this is a good way if you want to uh, see the information about everything you have, you can do with Hummingbot. You can see on your local currency, or if you are a hardcore Bitcoiner, you can do config global token BTC. A few seconds, and config global token symbol BTC. One, two, three. Here it comes. Right. So I hit balance again. It loads up the information. So all the tokens I have on KuCoin now are showing its value in BTC, right? So this is a pretty cool small feature that we added to the token. So if you want to see the value of your assets in a local currency, that's a pretty good way an easy way to check on different currencies around. You can see in Ether, you can see on basically on any token where the source where we're using it can have this kind of pair, this kind of value on it, so we can pull this data and use the conversion. So about the source, we have to change the source of the information. You can do config read oracle source, right? So currently we have two. We only have Binance and CoinGecko. We chose those because CoinGecko, it's the API about price information is a really good one, and so as a first starting point, we thought it would be a good idea to have it as an external source. And Binance, because everyone knows Binance is the exchange with the highest volume, so we also thought it would be a really good reference for price values of across different currencies, right? Right. So we still don't have it, but we are looking into it, see if we can make this. Our team is taking a look to the possibilities to see if you can make this a bit more universal, where you could choose the different source of information. But if you're dev, you can look into the code and actually change directly on the code this type of information, right? So besides the balance, there's other comments that you can use. For example, you can check your profit and loss, your P&L on the token, on the currency that you selected as a global reference token, right? So as you can see now, my P&L is showing on BTC, not in USD. Another one you can do is trades, right? It will pull your trade data and show the value. Well, BTC, the values are a bit low, so we can see it, but let me change back to global token BRL. 1, 2, 3, config, global token symbol, Brazilian real. And trades. Let's see what appears now. Reading the trades, doing the conversion, and here we go. The amount now is priced in Brazilian real, so I can check like what is the value of it, right? So this is a pretty cool way to check your balance on different currencies without having to do it manually, calculate or do it in your head. So it is pretty cool. So some let me get back here to the reference page. If you want to see more details on our doc page, you can always come on features, rate Oracle. It will have all the details, everything that it can do, right? So for example, the source, the global token symbol, and what else you can see here. Also, by the way, you can also always change the config global.iml file to directly pick these configurations, right? And for example, open orders is another comment that you can use to show that uses the rate oracle as a conversion, right? And now, what can we do with this, right? So the question is, why would we want in a trade perspective to see this kind of stuff, right? So I did this here on Excel. I took a picture of a moment where you saw the price in 3 different currencies, right? The BTC USD, BRL, in euro, and its respective ratings. So, and I added here to the Excel file. So as you can see, these are the prices of the moment that I took that picture. And here is some interesting what I did. I turned BTC euro and BTC BRL using the market conversion rate. I used this information and converted these two values to BTC USD, right? So unhide here. As you can see, as we have the BTC USD, this price of 49667, when you do the conversion, the direct conversion through the current market rate of each currency, you see there is a difference, right? So let's say here, let me just do a quick check here. It's this minus this divided by this, and in percentage, and this. So as you can see, if you take Brazilian BRL versus BTC BRL versus BTC USD, there is a 1.4% difference on the conversion rate, right? So why this is interesting? This is interesting, especially for arbitrage, right? Because you can use the rate oracle to arbitrage one currency, one token, one asset on, for example, a local exchange here in Brazil and an international exchange in USD, right? So let's take an example of what we can do. We would create an arbitrage strategy, a new strategy. And when there is some changes you see here, right? So you see that the usual question, what is the first exchange? What's the first connector? What's the second connector? Let's use KuCoin for now. And the token trading pair of the first exchange. So here let's add BTC BRL. And for the second exchange, let's use BTC USDT, right? I have USD, I don't remember. Let me use USDT. So we can add the profit. So as you saw that time, we had a 1% profit. So 1.2 difference. So let's add 1. And here's the new question that you see on the arbitrage strategy. Do you want to use the rate oracle to match in trading pairs? So basically, do you want the bot to calculate the rates between different trading pairs? So let's say yes. Save the file, right? and we can hit start. Here, after we hit start, since we are using the Oracle rating information to calculate, it asks a confirmation just to make sure the bot doesn't start to run in way too different price situation, right? So there isn't a big discrepancy. Let's just check here. So what is it? It's here, right? All right, yeah. So for example, BTC, there is a small change because it's also here it isn't Binance, right? So let's see BRL. Let's see if Binance appears here. Okay, yeah, it does. Where is it? It doesn't appear here. What happened? I don't see it. I think I added it. Huh. Okay, let me try again. Yeah, okay, here, USDT BRL. Found it. So as you can see here on Binance, that is the one I'm using as the price source. You can see that the price here is 5.319. Since Brazilian markets at this time are closed, we won't see much change here, right? But well, Binance it's 24 hours, but so there's still market trades happening. But we won't see much change, I guess, because markets are closed, and so eventually the tendency is that there will be people wouldn't want to trade outside of the local markets price. That would be the usual, but yeah, markets are markets. And so yeah, we have 5.3185, right? So we confirm this price is right, and the bot start trading. Few seconds for it to connect, and we can set status, and you can see here, right? On Binance, it's reading the price of in BRL, and on KuCoin, it's reading the price on USDT. Here we have the rate conversion. What's the current rate conversion? So every time you update, you set the status, there is a change on this value. You see that this is also going to be updated. And it shows the assets as usual, and the calculation of the profitability to detect if there is an arbitrage opportunity. Here's where the magic happens, because if let me just show you real quick here, you understand. Let me create a new one, right? Create arbitrage, Binance, Binance, KuCoin, BTC BRL on Binance, BTC USD on KuCoin. Let's set this really high because I don't want to trade actually. Okay, 99. So I don't want to use the rate oracle here. So I'm using two different pairs with two different code currency. Let's hit start to see what happens. The opportunities the bot will try it to reach, right? See how the bid and the ask price, because the bot here is comparing the 265 versus the 50K. So, well, I can't. It's using different reference price, right? So getting back to the other strategy we created. Where is it? It's number 8, arbitrage number 8. Let's hit start again. Let me just check here on the configuration. Yeah, our conversion is set to true. Let's hit start. Let's say yes. The bot starts, and right, it's on, and we set status, and there we go. Now we are actually comparing on the same reference value. So this price here in BRL is being converted to USDT value, right? So it's pretty interesting. This open up a lot of arbitrage opportunities actually. So it is now you can arbitrage not only the price different between different exchanges, but also the price between different fiat currencies, right? So it is a really cool parameter here. And if you want, you can also go pretty crazy here. Let's create a new strategy. So arbitrage again. Let's go with Binance and KuCoin. But let's do something interesting here. Let's add BTC Ether. And oh, wait, what? There is no BTC Ether on Binance. Oh, it's Ether BTC. Sorry. Okay. Ether BTC. And let's say, let me pick one coin, Cardano. Cardano USDT. Right? So let's add one. And let's use Oracle rating. Right? Strategy created. Check in. Start. So it's going to ask me what's the rate between ADA and Ether and what's the rate between USDT and BTC. So it's set yes. Let's check the status. And here we go. We are arbitraging against 4 different tokens, right? And but they are paired and match with the same reference value. So there is a lot of pretty interesting things you can do with this. If you're a developer, well, you can be even creative and create a lot of cool stuff, square a lot of cool strategies using this price oracle reference, right? So yeah. Another strategy that we can use is the cross-exchange market making. Cross-exchange market making. Let's use again the spot, the taker. Let's use KuCoin as the taker. Let's say beat CBRL to keep things simple, and BTC USDT. What's the minimum profitability? As usual, let's set it to 1%. Amount of BTC, let's set. I think it's the minimum. Okay, and use the Oracle. Config cross exchange, and let's hit start. Let's say yes. And there you go. Initializing order book. Markers are ready. We hit status. And right, here we go. We are now market making on Binance with the arbitraging the trade through a cross market making exchange on KuCoin. There isn't any order created yet. I'm not sure why, probably because I don't have enough balance. So it isn't creating the both. I don't have enough balance to create both buy and sell. So that's probably why there is this. It isn't creating any others, right? So, but yeah, that's the kind of the basic of this new feature that we haven't talked about, right? So there isn't much more to show here. So do you guys have any questions and anything you want to know more about the rate oracle? Please add to the chat. But meanwhile, I just wanted to mention we probably might be thinking, why isn't this on a lot of other strategies? Well, this is the first implementation, so it's the first release that we have. This feature is on this version 0.38. But we are also thinking, we're going to already talk a bit about it. We want to expand this functionality to more strategies. For example, for AMM it's also a good strategy. It needs a bit more work to do the right calculations. But yeah, this is pretty cool. We want to expand a bit more of this as we work on it, right? So, all right. Any questions about this feature? Any ideas how to use, how you guys are going to use it? Right? Well, yeah, I guess not. Chat silence today, but all right. So I guess that's it then. Hope you guys make good use of this new feature, and happy trading and good luck. Happy trading. And by the way, nothing I said here is financial advice. I should have said it at the beginning of the live, but as usual, do your own research, learn, and be sure what you're doing before you put money on to run with the bot, and learn. Take some time to learn, because there is nothing better than understanding exactly what you're doing before risking your money, right? So that's it, guys. See you next week, and bye bye everyone. Good night and good trading.